The flight attendant said the craziest thing to us yesterday. We're flying from Seattle to Jackson Hole with a layover in Salt Lake City, and our first flight was at like 5 a.m. So we get on the plane, we're in first class, we board with Zone 1 because we want to get him settled, we got to get our stuff put away, all that stuff. And I'm not kidding you, we sit down, and within like 30 seconds, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, flight attendant comes up to us. And I think that they're gonna remind us that, oh, you have a cat, they have to stay in the carrier the whole time. Like, that's a pretty common reminder that we get when we're traveling with pets. But no, instead she goes, if your cat doesn't stop meowing, we're gonna have to ask you to get off the plane. And I was like, what? Like, one, he's a cat. Two, he's not screaming. Like, he's meowing because there's a lot of commotion. Bags being put in the bin, there's bags being put underneath the plane. There's just a lot going on. There's scary things for a little guy who's sitting in a little carrier underneath the seat. I was like, are you serious? Like, I've never heard this before. Like, we fly with him a lot. And she's like, if you can't get him to stop, we'll have to ask you to deplane. The first thought, I didn't say this, but I was like, so if parents have kids that are crying, do we make them deplane? Like, how is this any different? But I did not say that. I did not go there. I was just like, okay. So now we're panicked. No one said anything to this flight attendant. Like, we've been on the plane for that little amount of time. This flight attendant just, I don't know if they don't like cats or what, but I could not believe how quickly this all happened, and I'm shocked. Again, it's 5 in the morning. We barely got any sleep. So now we're panicked, trying to get Gus to be quiet while everyone's boarding and making noise around us so we don't get kicked off this flight. But I'm like, there's no way that this is a rule. I've never heard this before. So I text Delta and I asked them to clarify like what the actual policy is so I'm prepared in case the situation escalates. They said, I don't believe that you can be removed only because your cat is meowing. However, let me check the pet policies to be 100% certain. They come back and they say the requirements are that the customer is responsible for keeping the pet passive and in the kennel for the duration of the flight. And 2, the pet must be in a clean kennel that does not create discomfort for other customers. Well, we have a clean kennel, there's no discomfort there, and the requirement is for the pet to be passive, not silent. Like, that is a huge distinction. I was happy to have like this information in case the situation escalated. It didn't, but before I let the agent go, I asked if there was any compensation that we could get because of the incorrect information that we were told on the plane and how that caused a really anxiety and stress-induced situation because now we're worried about our cat meowing. He's a cat. The customer service agent came back and offered us either a $150 voucher per person or 15,000 miles each for my partner and I. So we took the miles, so we got 30,000 miles out of the situation. I feel like that compensation is fair, that helps smooth over the situation. We had the information that we needed in case the situation escalated with the flight attendant, but now we also had compensation to compensate for this experience that we had. I cannot believe this. Let me know your opinion on this situation in the comments because I was shocked.